Hello kids, a very good morning. Welcome back to our channel that is ARMS Academy Digital. I am here to guide you in your biology preparations. So students, in the last class we started a new chapter that is control and coordination. We have covered a little part of it. In that we discussed what is control and what is coordination. We also discussed the difference between two. Also we know the meaning of stimuli now because we have discussed that also in the last lecture only. Stimuli क्या होता है? It is any change in the external as well as internal environment of an organism, right? You know that different living organism shows, or you can say all the living organism shows different responses to different stimuli, right? Stimulus can be a light, ठीक है, weather change, it can be cold, it can be heat. According to that, our body shows certain responses, right? Now you know that all the animals show the responses to the stimuli, right? We also discuss, do plants show certain responses to the stimuli as well? Yes, they also shows different responses to the stimuli. Although they cannot move from one place to another, but still they show these responses by the movement, right? The movements can be towards the stimuli, yeah, or else it can be away from the stimuli, right? The movement can result into a growth, or it also do not result into growth. On the basis of that, we discuss two types of movement in the plants: growth dependent movements, if the response towards the stimuli is resulting into growth of the plant, right? As you know, the germination of seed, ऊपर से लाइट आ रही है, सनलाइट है, सीड water uptake कर रही है from the soil, so seed will germinate and grow, right? We also discuss plants also show some growth independent movements. In that we discuss the Mimosa pudica, touch me not plant ka example, right? So here in this session we are going to discuss some more growth dependent movements, right? So growth independent movements are also called as nastic movements. They are also called as nastic movements. Growth independent, I'm telling, ठीक है, movements, ठीक है. Then we have growth dependent movements. These growth dependent movements are called trophic movements, ठीक है, or else I'll just do this, trophic movements, fine, like this. Growth dependent movements are called trophic movements. Growth independent movements are called nastic movements. Anyway, so growth, now let us study more about it. What are growth dependent movements and what are growth independent movements? Growth independent movements do not result into growth of a plant. Growth dependent movement results into a growth, ठीक है, they results into a growth, right? But what are growth dependent movements? I already told you that actually they are movements or growth of any part of plant in response to the external stimuli. In response to the external stimulus, these are called growth dependent movements or tropism. Okay, they are also called as trophic movements. But how does a plant show growth dependent movements? How these are shown by plant? Again, germination. Movement of seedling is always growth dependent. Seedling, seed जब आप लगाते हो soil में, you will see it always grows upward towards the sunlight, right? So it is a growth dependent movement. Here plant is growing towards the sunlight, right? See how the plant is growing, है ना, flower आ गया सुंदर सा, seed germination हो गया, उससे root बना, shoot बना, flower भी बना है, ठीक है, कलरफुल सा. चलो next. See, this is the growth dependent movement. Movement or growth of any plant part in response to the external stimulus is called growth dependent movement. Again, I'm telling you the definition because it is important. There are four types of trophic movements. How and what are they? Basically, there is phototropism. Now, what is photo? Photo means light. Plant shows growth or it moves towards the light. Okay, that is growth dependent movement, right? Phototropism. Then there is chemotropism. Plant or certain plant parts shows the growth towards chemicals. That is, if you talk about germination of pollen grains on the stigma of flower, right? जो पोलन ग्रेन होता है स्टिग्मा पे जब गिरेगा, फ्लावर के स्टिग्मा पे, इट विल फॉर्म अ पोलन ट्यूब, दैट इज जर्मिनेशन. और ये जो पोलन ट्यूब फॉर्म हो रही है, दैट इज बीइंग फॉर्म इनसाइड द स्टाइल ऑफ द फीमेल रिप्रोडक्टिव स्ट्रक्चर. ठीक है. These pollen tube will grow towards the chemicals which are being secreted in the ovary of the flower. ठीक है. तो फ्लावर में या फिर ओवरी में ये जो केमिकल सिक्रीट हो रहे हैं उनकी तरफ पोलन ट्यूब ग्रो हो रही है, तो उसको हम बोलते हैं केमो या कीमोट्रोपिज्म. राइट, कीमोट्रोपिज्म. नेक्स्ट वी हैव ग्रेविट्रोपिज्म. ग्रेवी मीन्स ग्रेविटी. ग्रेवी मीन्स ग्रेविटी. द रूट ऑफ द प्लांट ग्रोज टूवर्ड्स द ग्रेविटी. ठीक है, सॉइल के अंदर ग्रो कर रहा है. इट डजंट ग्रो टूवर्ड्स द सनलाइट, इट ग्रोज अवे फ्रॉम द सनलाइट and towards the gravity inside the soil. Fourth and the last is hydrotropism. Hydro, water. Again, roots of the plants grows towards the water. जहां पर वाटर की अवेलेबिलिटी है वहां पर रूट क्या करते हैं, ग्रो करते हैं उस साइड पे. ठीक है, तो दे ग्रो इनसाइड द सॉइल. सॉइल में पानी है. ठीक है, so it is movement towards the water. Phototropism, chemotropism, gravitropism and hydrotropism, these are four different types of tropic movements which are shown by the plant and different plant parts, we can say. Okay, so first we are going to discuss about phototropism. As you can see, again if you want to see the growth of plant is towards the sunlight, or you can say growth of shoot stem is towards the सनलाइट. ठीक है, यहां से सनलाइट आ रही है, प्लांट ऊपर की तरफ सनलाइट की तरफ ग्रो कर रहा है. सो दिस इज फोटो मींस लाइट. ट्रॉपिज्म मतलब ट्रॉपिक मूवमेंट, ग्रोथ डिपेंडेंट मूवमेंट. ठीक है, सो दिस शोज द फोटोट्रॉपिज्म. द शूट सिस्टम ऑफ प्लांट रिस्पॉन्ड्स टुवर्ड द स्टिमुलस ऑफ लाइट. ठीक है, दैट इज इट ग्रोज इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ सोर्स ऑफ लाइट एंड दिस मूवमेंट इज एग्जिबिटेड बाय द प्लांट इज कॉल्ड फोटोट्रॉपिक मूवमेंट. ठीक है, such movements are called phototropic movement. Now let us see why does this happen. We all know plant का जो shoot है it grows towards the sunlight, but how does this happen? It is again we also discussed there are certain hormones which are being secreted in the plant's part. These hormones are actually responsible for the movement and the growth of different parts of the plant. ठीक है, तो कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन जो होता है एक्चुअली प्लांट में, इट इज विद द हेल्प ऑफ हॉर्मोन्स. उनको हम बोलते हैं फाइटो हॉर्मोन्स. राइट, सो लेट अस मैग्नीफाई द टिप ऑफ द स्टेम. ठीक है, दिस वी हैव मैग्नीफाइड द टिप ऑफ स्टेम. नाउ यू कैन सी दीज आर सेल्स. ये जो स्क्वायर में आपको दिख रहा है, दीज आर ऑल सेल्स. दीज आर सेल्स. राइट, नाउ यू विल सी देयर इज अ सिंथेसिस ऑफ हार्मोन. There will be a synthesis of hormone. At the tip of the stem there is a hormone called auxin. ठीक है, auxin is a hormone which is responsible for the growth of a plant in the direction of sunlight. How we are going to discuss that. ठीक है, see this is the auxin. Auxin कहाँ पे secrete होता है, कहाँ पे बनेगा? These are formed by the cells of the tip. ठीक है, या फिर ये जो टिप वाला पार्ट है स्टेम का, यहां पर यह ऑक्सिन सिंथेसाइज हो रहा है. द ऑक्सिन इज सिंथेसाइज्ड इन द पार्ट ऑफ द प्लांट विच इज टुवर्ड्स लाइट. ठीक है, इस पार्ट से इस साइड से लाइट आ रही है, तो इस साइड में क्या हो रहा है, ऑक्सिन सिंथेसाइज हो रहा है. राइट, दिस इज ऑल ऑक्सिन. राइट, यह ऑक्सिन जो है इट इज सेंसिटिव टू लाइट. This is sensitive to the light, as the unidirectional sunlight falls on the sunny side. This side is sunny side of the plant, and this is shady side of the plant. Right? Auxin is sensitive to light. As soon as there is light, the auxin synthesis starts forming. ठीक है, auxin is synthesized towards the sunny side. Right? So light is coming from one direction. In that direction only auxin is being synthesized. Right? And this is sunny side, this is shady side. We already had discussed. ये जो auxin है, it diffuses from sunny side to the shady side. It gets diffused from sunny side to the shady side. And what does it do? At the shady side, ये जो sails आपको दिख रही है, these sails, it elongates the sails on the shady side of the stem. ठीक है, these sails will become elongated. लंबी लंबी sails बन जाएंगी, कुछ ऐसी. चलो. Oxygen causes the sails of the stem to elongate. That means it will make sails long. ठीक है, देखो. Now you can see the sails are long. Again, this sails are long, right? If the sails of the shady side are long, elongated, and the sails of sunny side are short, of normal size, what will happen? Ultimately, the stem will grow like this, bend like this. ठीक है, यहां से साइज बढ़ती जाएगी, कुछ ऐसा बेंड हो जाएगा स्टेम. ठीक है, so here you can see this causes difference in the length of both the side. This will be more in length, the shady side will be more in length, whereas sunny side will be shorter in length. Due to that, you will see the stem, the tip of the stem will bend towards the light. ये ऐसा bend होगा, that means it will bend towards the sunny side or towards the sunlight. Can you see this? Yes, very beautifully it is shown over here. Yes, very good. Right, so this is how the shoot or the shoot tip of the plant bends towards the sunlight. Okay, right, that due to this the plant's height or length will start increasing. You can see the tip is bending towards the sunlight. Okay, it is bending towards the sunlight. Once again, you want to see. See, the plant is growing towards the sunlight. The tip is bending towards the sunlight. Yes, very beautiful. Next type of tropic movement we have is gravitropism. Gravity. Okay. So in this, the plant will show the growth of root towards the gravity. It is inside the soil. Okay. The root system of the plant responds to the stimulus of gravity. In the case of phototropism, light was the stimulus. Here in the gravitropism, gravity is the stimulus. Okay. You can see the roots. See how the roots are growing towards the gravity inside the soil. Right. Then we have hydrotropism. Hydro means water. Again, root system responds the stimuli of water. Here the stimulus is water. Right. Stimulus are different. Hydrotropism. Here see, wherever there is a water, the root hairs are growing in the same direction. Then we have chemotropism. Can you see the structure of flower over here? Okay. In the structure of flower, you will see there are petals. Okay. These are petals. This is male reproductive structure, and in the center you will see this green wala structure which is bigger. Okay. This is whole is female reproductive structure. In this structure you will see this is the stigma. This is stigma. Stigma is a stage-like structure. This is stigma. Okay. This pipe-like structure is style, and this oval structure is basically ovule. Stigma, style, ovule. This is the female reproductive structure. Now, what will happen? Pollen grains from the male reproductive structure will fall on stigma. And once they fall on stigma, see what will happen. Once they fall on stigma, basically this ovary secretes certain chemicals. By sensing that chemicals, these pollen grain will form a tube-like structure which grows from this style, and it will enter into the ovule by sensing the chemical. That means here the chemicals are stimuli, right? For the pollen grain to form a pollen tube, what was the stimulus? It is different chemicals which are being secreted in the ovary, right? So it is the movement of plant part in response to certain chemicals which are being secreted in the ovary in this example. Okay? So here you can see these are pollen grains settled on the stigma, right? Settled on the stigma. These ovary is secreting certain chemicals. ठीक है, बेसिकली ओव्यूल में कुछ ये क्या हो रहा है, केमिकल सिक्रीट हो रहा है. ठीक है, देयर आर केमिकल्स बीइंग सिक्रीटेड. So as soon as the stigma, sorry, the pollen grains are fall on the stigma, these pollen grains will sense these chemicals and they will form a pollen tube which will enter into the ovary through a style. ठीक है, a tube like structure of the female reproductive structure. A pollen tube generates from the stigma towards the ovule in response to chemicals, right? ठीक है. The growth of the pollen tube towards the ovule is the example of this chemotropism. Fine. Here the signal was chemicals, right? So here we understood that the plant movements are coordinated by hormones. These are coordinated by hormones, and there are 4 types of plant hormones: auxin, gibberellins, cytokinins, and abscisic acid. Right? Auxin, gibberellin, cytokines, and abscisic acid. These are 4 different hormones. We already discussed that plant movements are coordinated by hormones. They do not have nervous system and muscular system like us. They have hormones. They are called phytohormones. Right? Auxin, gibberellin, cytokinin, and abscisic acid are the 4 different phytohormones. Right? Now these have different functions. Let us discuss about them. Auxin. First we will discuss about the auxin. We already have discussed about the function of auxin, right? It elongates the cells at the shoot tip, okay, also at the root tip, right, which helps the shoot tip to bend towards the sunlight, right? It helps shoot cells to grow longer. That means elongation of cells. See, you can see this is the direction of light. In the direction of sunlight, these plant or plantlets are bending, right? ये क्यों हो रहा है? Due to the synthesis of auxin in the shoot tip, right? And shoot tip जहां से sunlight आ रही है उस direction में auxin will be synthesized. This auxin will be diffused in the another side, ठीक है, opposite side, which is shady side. In the shady side, when the auxin reaches, it will elongate the cells of the shady side. Due to that, there will be bending of the shoot tip, ठीक है, like this. So phototropism in mung beans, you can do that at home as well. If you want to understand it more clearly, do it at home. क्या करना है आपको? Just take some seeds, मूंग seeds, anything, ठीक है, आपके घर में मूंग तो होते ही है. Take मूंग seeds, water them, उनको सॉइल में लगा दो, पहले वाटर करो, एंड देन सी देयर विल बी आफ्टर सम डेज यू विल सी कि देयर इज फॉर्मेशन ऑफ शूट एंड रूट सिस्टम, एंड धीरे धीरे शूट आपको ग्रो करते हुए दिखेगा टुवर्ड्स द सनलाइट, राइट? सो दिस इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ ऑक्सिन फंक्शन. ठीक है, सी ऑक्सिन इज सिंथेसाइज्ड इन दिस अपोजिट, ठीक है, यहां पर सिंथेसाइज हुआ है, एंड द फंक्शन इज शोन इन द अपोजिट साइड, राइट? मतलब क्या हो रहा है? ऑक्सिन एक साइड में, शूट के एक साइड में सिंथेसाइज होता है, बट उसका फंक्शन आपको अपोजिट साइड में दिखेगा. ठीक है, एक्चुअली दिस साइड, इन दिस साइड देयर इज नो ऑक्सिन. ऑक्सिन इज सिंथेसाइज्ड इन दिस साइड, एंड यू विल सी द रिजल्ट इन द अनदर साइड, शेडी साइड. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट वी हैव जिबरेलिन्स. व्हाट डज द जिबरेलिन्स डू? You will see gibberellins also acts on stem. They also acts on stem, and they are responsible for elongation of stems by ये जो nodes and internode होते हैं. You can see over here on the stem, you will see this ring-like structure. These are called nodes. Between two nodes, you will find the internode. ठीक है? So what does this gibberellins do? Gibberellins will increase the length of these internodes. Due to that, obviously the length of internode is increased, obviously the length of stem will also increase. Here this is how gibberellins help in the growth of stem. Fine. Next we have cytokinins. They promote the cell division. That means cell को divide करेंगे. They are responsible for division of cells, right? As you can see over here, this is the bud stage. In the bud stage, there was a single cell. सिंगल सेल से आपको बहुत सारी सेल्स मिली, 2 cells, 4 cells, 8 cells, ठीक है, and likewise like this. So you can see the bird has converted into flower now. छोटी सी bird थी, उसे flower कैसे बना? For this cytokinin is responsible. Cytokinins are responsible for this. ठीक है, ये जो blooming of flower है, you can see over here, it is also due to the cytokinin, because cytokinin will promote the cell division in the bud. ठीक है, here last one we have is abscisic acid. Now abscisic acid is opposite. That means all three hormones, that is auxin, cytokinin and gibberellins, we discuss about three. These show growth of the plant and plant parts. Somewhere they are helping in the growth of plant. Here you can see in the abscisic acid wala case, abscisic acid works opposite to all three. That means it is not responsible for growth. It is responsible for falling of leaves. ठीक है, आप if you see in different seasons, जैसे autumn season, ठीक है, then spring season, you will see there is falling of leaves. There is falling of leaves, right? Wilting of leaves. Wilting, curling of leaves, right? Leaves yellow हो जाते हैं, right? Leaves yellow भी हो जाते हैं. तो ये जो सारी sorry. Here you can see abscisic acid. Abscisic acid will inhibit the growth. It will inhibit the growth because it works opposite to all the three hormones. It will result in wilting of leaves and falling of leaves, right? Here, see the leaf has become yellowish and it falls off from the plant. Okay, it is due to the abscisic acid, right? So we discussed 4 different hormones. Are you able to collect the roles of all the plant hormones? So gibberellins, auxin and cytokinin are responsible for growth. Abscisic acid inhibits the growth. Auxin responsible for elongations of the cells in the shoot tip and root tip. Okay? Cytokinins are responsible for division of cell. Then we discuss gibberellin. Gibberellin are responsible for elongation of internode and thereby elongation of the stem. Whereas abscisic acid is responsible for inhibition of growth and wilting and falling of leaves from the plant. Right? So we discuss all the 4 different hormones which are responsible. Right? Here. See, they are all 4 different hormones. Right? But are all hormones promoting growth? No, we already discussed auxin, gibberellin and cytokinin promotes the growth. Abscisic acid inhibits the growth. Okay? Here. Here we will see other examples of the growth dependent movements in the plants also. ठीक है? Here you can see it is a tendril. Tendril क्या होता है? If you have seen some leguminous plants, some creepers and crawlers, you will see they have this spring-like structure. Spring-like structure. ठीक है? This spring-like structure is basically nothing but tendril. Right? How this tendril is formed and why it is there. You will find this in the pea plants also, grapes, grapevine, उनमें भी आपको दिखेगा, right? How does it form? Why does the tendril entwine around the object? Tendril क्या करता है? It will entwine. Suppose this is the stem. It will entwine around the object. It will curl around the object. Why it does so? These are sensitive to touch. Tendrils are sensitive to touch, and whenever they come in contact with any object, the portion of the tendril which is in contact with the object will become sluggish. Okay? Whereas growth is faster at the other proportion. मतलब you will see जो part object के contact में आ रहा है वो ज्यादा growth नहीं दिखाएगा. Opposite part जो है tendril का, it will show the growth. ठीक है? It will show the growth. We will understand that. This causes the tendril to entwine around the object. So again, stimulus over here is touch. Okay, and cling to the object. See, I don't know it is clear or not. This part is actually, this is tip. Small thread like structure you will see. This is the tip of the tendril. It doesn't show much growth because it becomes sluggish. The opposite or the other remaining part will show the growth, and this is how it will curl around the object or entwine around the object. Okay? Right. This is again another movement which is shown, a growth dependent movement shown in the pea plant, then also grapevines. Okay? The growth of tendril. Right? So that is it for today. We discussed about growth dependent movements in this session. Right? In the last lecture we discussed growth independent movements. This was dedicated to growth dependent movement. So here we will stop. I hope you enjoyed. In the next lecture we will come up with new topic. Till then, take care, bye bye, and keep learning.